I'm Onecca Porter. I am the administrative manager here in the Housing and Community Development Department. Today we interview Ms. Helen Keller, who gave us a wealth of information regarding permitting in different areas of the city that we may not have known that women play a significant role in. Some women think that they can't step into these roles because they are male-dominant roles, but they are amazing roles being led by women in this field. And we want to encourage women to step in the housing sector, step in fields that they may not be comfortable with, that they may have thought about. And we encourage, this is the reason for these interviews, to encourage these women to step in these roles.
And so I've been in and went to the Prairie View A&M University, right down the road. It was my dad was a college professor there, got his master's there, and so forth. So I pursued mechanical engineering, and so been in the industry for many years, from tied to design and construction in some manner. All right, so started my career in the oil and gas fields, and then transitioned to vertical structures from there. So it's always been something that's been exciting for me. And so challenges for me is that I stay focused on the big picture, right? And I think that everybody that I'm in contact with, if I convey that message, it's huge and it stays there. So for me, it hasn't been a road of challenges being a female or a woman in construction period or engineering period. It's not a challenge for me because I stay focused on the big picture, make sure that I'm very clear in describing what needs to happen for the task that we're managing, if you will, and that confidence moves.
Exudes in the
Correct.
room. Yes.
Correct.
So they pick up on it.
They definitely pick up on it. I think since I've been two, I've been confident.
That's awesome. Yes, you're supposed to keep that confidence. Yes, I love that.
Since I was two.
Right. Do you believe women's roles have evolved in the housing sector?
I mean, definitely women's roles in building, construction, design, inspection has involved in housing. I mean, we see that. I mean, normally it would have been some years ago, possibly 2 or 3% of women in construction in that aspect, but it has grown to at least 12, 13% for women involved in design and construction. And many of those are going to be in housing because it's viewed as maybe a more simpler construction aspects versus commercial project or maybe a complex manufacturing facility and so forth. Even though that there's some project managers out there that are women and they do some dangerous work. I mean, they're spot on and they're some of the best in the industry. But I think housing is you see a lot of women in housing from what I see, either from a site cleanup or it could be managing a crew that's doing framing of the housing or demolition aspects, and definitely involved with inspection and of course building permitting as we drive and do that from a design standpoint too.
That's awesome to see more women out there actually in the field doing the work, getting the work done, because it's normally a male-dominant area.
Yeah, so normally a male-dominated area, but as you go through cycles, right, in the industry where there's a strain on labor, right, there's a lack of labor, right. The word lack is not in my vocabulary, but for lack of another word, there's a lack of trade and labor out there. So that creates opportunities for folks who normally would not have been in that industry to pursue and go forward. I believe that strengths that women have make them ideal for being involved with housing.